Yo, what up y'all, this is your boy Venice. We're back for a new 2K23 vid, and in this one we're gonna be checking out 5 builds, so 1 build for every position on the game. That is an off-meta build that you might want to find success with if you're getting tired of playing on the same build. Maybe you're looking to make a new build at this point in the year. So these 5 builds are gonna be each and every one of them super unique, super off meta with a rare name. So without further ado, let's get into it. So our first build is going to be at the point guard position. We're going to go 1 through 5 in that order. So for the point guard build, you're going to be 6'7", 221 with a 6'9" wingspan. So a pretty oversized point guard, and if you're looking at this build, this is an incredibly unique build in the sense that your finishing is going to be serviceable but pretty low for this position, but where you're going to be shining is with your back to the basket. This build is going to get all the post badges on Hall of Fame. The shooting is going to be pretty low as well, but you've got a gold midi magician and gold space creator to hit those post shots, and the three-pointer is going to be serviceable if you're able to hit from outside with a decent jump shot. Now where this build really shines is going to be a 97 pass accuracy. This is getting you pretty much all the playmaking badges on Hall of Fame. 80 ball handling is going to be giving you those animation thresholds, and this defense is just going to be ridiculous. 90 interior and 90 perimeter. You're just going to be locking guys up. You've got decent strength as well to be really staying in front of your matchup. High offensive rebounding is going to be making this build a triple-double machine. And like I was saying, this build's true strength is going to be playmaking, running the floor, and truly being a general out there. And as you're going to see, these takeovers are going to represent exactly this. You've got the playmaker take, the lock take, the rebounding take, and you've got the post-scoring takeovers as well. So pretty crazy takeover choices. And this build is going to be called basically exactly what it is. What you're going to see is that you've got shades of Magic Johnson, Marcus Smart, and Drew Holiday. And the name of this build is going to be a two-way floor general. So super rare build name if you're trying to play on this build. Very rare build, pretty off meta, and you guys can definitely have success with it. So on to the shooting guard build. We're gonna be seeing a 6'4", 200 pound, 6'5" wingspan type of build. And if you're looking at this is just really the dream teammate build. As you're seeing, a 92 3-point shot and 81 mid-range for Hall of Fame midi magician. Look at these shooting badges, that is just unreal. You're getting some decent finishing, high close shots, so you're gonna be able to cut. This build is gonna be an off-ball monster with a 90 pass accuracy, so really just an offensive motion type of build. And this defense is just ridiculous. 89 perimeter, 80 steal. You've got decent rebounding, decent blocks. So this build is just the dream offensive 3-and-D kind of shooting guard. This is pretty much the classic shooting guard archetype on today's NBA, the kind of two guard that you really want on your team, with, as you can see, great speed to be just running the floor, cutting off ball, and finding these open spaces to knock down shots behind the arc. And this build is just really the best 3-and-D 2-guard kind of off meta that you can find on this game, with luck and sharp take. So this is really what you want as well as far as moving off ball goes. JJ Redick, Malcolm Brogdon, Tyrese Maxey, so all great offensive two-way guys. And this build is going to be called the Diamond 3-and-D 2-guard. So super rare build name. Those of you guys that enjoy moving off the ball, maybe you're playing with a full squad on Rec or Pro-Am, this build's going to be great at the 2-guard spot. And I'm pretty surprised that this build doesn't get playmaking take as well, because you've got insane pass on this build. So really just a dream shooting guard build. Alright, so for our third build of the day, we're going with a small forward build that is just super unique. You got that 6'6" frame at this small forward position with a 7'3" maxed wingspan and low weight. So that build is just really a brand of its own. And as you can see, you've got The high finishing on this build, 84 driving layups, gonna get you gold, acrobat, and the other layup badges on silver. So this build's gonna be a finesse type of finisher. You've still got decent driving dunk, so you can hit those wide open lanes and punch it down. High close shots gonna get you the floater ability, and as well you got high post control on this build. So if you get matched up with a smaller guard, you can absolutely win that matchup. The shooting is really a place where this build shines. Hall of Fame Midi Magician for these post move. Like I said, you've got post control on this build, and 85 3 is gonna be getting all you need as far as badges and jump shots go on this build. So super cash build from outside. Now the playmaking as well, you can definitely be creating your own shot out there with this build. 86 ball handling, high pass accuracy. So the speed with ball is just gonna be where this build kind of lacks, because you're not gonna be able to just speed boost past guys with this build. You're gonna have to be crafty with your handles and with the finishing touch that this build has. And also look at this defense. You've got high perimeter, we punted steal on this build, high block, and max rebounds, bro. So this build, if you can see the floor, will be a triple double threat on every game. And as well, this build is a great athlete. 80 vertical, 82 axle, and you've got decent speed as well. So this build is just really an all-around offensive force, and you're gonna see these takeovers, bro. They are insane. Shot creating, sharp, playmaker, and rebound. That is just super unique as a small forward build. Bit of an undersized forward, but this build is so well rounded that you can definitely find some openings with this build where no matter the game mode, and balanced offensive wing is gonna be how this build is called. Really just an accurate name for this do it all small forward build, but really staying off the meta. Now at the power forward spot, the second to last build that we've had today, this build is gonna be 6'9" with high weight and max wingspan, but you're gonna see that this build is just a ridiculously well-rounded defender at the power forward position. This build is gonna be the meta build stopper, basically. Look at this defense, bro. High 80s on perimeter D, steal, blocks, and offensive rebound. You've got as well the 83 defensive rebound and the 77 interior D. So this build is just gonna be a matchup nightmare for any 6'9" meta build user out there that's just trying to quick drop and hit those shots. This build is going to be locking these guys up. You've got 75 pass accuracy to get the LeBron pass style, but this build, as you can see, is not going to be a ball handler at all. So on the defensive end, you're going to be a nightmare, and on the offensive end, you still got decent athleticism to be moving off the ball. You've got that super high strength to be backing dudes down and asking for the rock on the block, posted up, because as you can see, super high post control on this build, every badge on Hall of Fame, and just great finishing stats, bro. 85 close shots, 79 driving, 80 driving dunk, 78 standing, and the just perfect stats on the shooting area to be able to hit those post shots in the mid-range, but also those standing three-pointers. So not only this build is just a insane all-around defender on the offensive end, especially if you play with guys that you know and are probably in a voice chat with, this build is going to be able to get his own on offense as well, just not creating for itself. So just a perfect 6'9" meta build stopper at the power forward spot. And as you can see, these takeovers, sharp, lack, rebounder, and post scorer. So this build is just super unique, and I love this build at the 4 spot. We're gonna see the shades of this power forward build, You've got Dave the Bushier, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Evan Mobley. So just great defenders all around. This first guy is probably a bit too old for me. I'm not familiar with this guy's game, but this build's gonna be called a hybrid defender, which is really what this build is doing. Insane defensive stats with high strength at a 95. This build not gonna get moved around by 6'9" meta rim runners. And finally, at the center position, we're gonna be seeing a build that's just super unique, super off meta. We're going 6'11", high weight, decent wingspan on this build, And as you can see, these stats on this is just so unique, so fun, just a playstyle of its own. So in the finishing area, you've got just everything you need. Literally contact dunks on this 6'11 build. Close shot is off the charts. You're gonna hit these hooks with this build. 79 driving low, 80 standing dunks, so that is the pro standing contacts. This build inside is gonna be ridiculous. You've got the Hall of Fame Midi Magician, so you've got the complete post game with this build. The only weakness on this one is gonna be its three-pointer. You're not gonna be able to shoot the three on this build, so this is just gonna be pretty much a vintage, like early 2000s center on this build. No three-point shooting. You've got the free throw though. And this build with its back to the basket is going to be able to scan the floor, see cutting teammates, and hit these guys with insane passes, 92 pass accuracy, Hall of Fame dimer, Hall of Fame post playmaker, Hall of Fame needle threader on this center build, 6'11". You also got decent ball handling, but this is just not going to be for dribbling around. This is going to be to protect the ball. You've got gold vice grip on this build, because this build is going to be having the ball on the block back to the basket. You're not going to want to get stripped, especially in fives when you're just going to get double teamed left and right trying to seek those passes. You're going to have the ball secured with a 73 ball handling. Insane interior D, bro. No one is backing you down on this build, especially with that 80 strength. You also can step out to the perimeter and maybe play great defense on these switches. You know, sometimes you get matched up against the guards. No trouble on this build. You've also got blocks, great defensive board stat, so you're gonna be just a traditional rebounding big as well on this build, and you're not gonna be slow with a 65 and 61 excel. Like I said, high strength, 75 vert to get those rebounds, and we're not forgetting stamina. So this build just a vintage center build that I just love. And you're gonna see these takeovers, bro. You get shot creating take on a 6'11 build. How cool is that? Playmaking take, rim, and post scorer. So these are, I've basically never seen these four takeovers combined. Super unique build. Let's see what those shades are on this 6'11 vintage center build. Bob McAdoo, Mason Plumlee, and Bam Adebayo. So you can see definitely the playmaking on this one. Two-way inside the arc. Maestro, how cool of a name is that, bro? Great center build. Just to wrap this video up, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like. If you end up making one of those builds, make sure you send me clips on Twitter. I would love to see them, and I'll catch you guys in the next vid. Peace.